Hey YouTube, welcome to my Let's Play of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles / Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles for DOS. This is my first Let's Play, and it's a two-part series, and I'm breaking it down by the first three stages and the second three stages. Part 1 consists of stages 1 through 3, while the second part will consist of stages 4 through 6. So, why I decided to do this is because there's not many Let's Plays of this particular version, while there's the Let's Play of the Amiga version and the Commodore 64 version, but no DOS version. But there are reviews of the game, or showing off unique parts of the game, like the graphics and the sound, etc. So, let's get started here. And I chose the ad-lib sound because it's far superior compared to the Tandy sound. But they're very different. I mean, both are better than using the PC speaker. And as we start off the game, I start off going in the very first sewer of the game, and I forgot to turn on the invincibility cheat and see what happens when you get hit by multiple enemies. You can probably get hit multiple times in a row, and if there's more than a few more than that, you can probably die pretty quickly. And after entering the vulnerability cheat, I continue on to the right to the first sewer. Excuse me. And you see the foot soldiers, the Mausers, and you have to get the pizza, and then I switch off to Dawn, because Dawn is the best in terms of damage, while Mike's second, Ralph's third, and Leo's dead last. Why they chose to do it this way, I'll never know. We get to the first mini boss, which is B-Boss, and then we continue up to the building into the second sewer, and we can continue on towards the left, and over here in the NES version we have another mini boss battle, but in this in the DOS version there's no mini boss battle there. As we head up out of the building out of the sewer into the building, as I mistakenly exit the building and go back in for some unknown reason. Then I missed the jump, and there comes the boomerang carrying guys that more resemble the Rat King for whatever reason. And then moving on to the left again. And you can fight the first boss of the game, which is Rocksteady. The unique thing about this battle is that you don't hear the standard boss music you hear in the NES version when fighting Rocksteady. You hear the sewer music if you go under the sewers. Then with fighting any of the bosses, you just jump, just hit left and right on the key, hit the attack and hit left and right real fast on the left, and the arrow keys or a controller if you're using a controller with the buttons mapped to a controller. And he'll do like a little little, kind of like he's dancing, but he'll be moving, attacking again and again, which makes fighting the bosses easier, and you hardly take any damage while doing that. So we continue along after beating the second mini-boss battle of the game, and we go into the right, or the left rather. And here you can see the third mini-boss battle. I try to jump here, and here's where I do the super jump, where you hit duck, then you jump. Where you get a massive boost in your jump, and you will make up over that, you don't have to go over that way to the right and back over to the left. Makes the game a lot easier. That's why it didn't include it in the NES version, for obvious reasons. We headed to the dam level, which we start out with 2 minutes and 40 seconds versus 2:20 from the NES version. And here, the dam level here is pretty easy in comparison to the NES version, because the electric seaweed, you take a lot less damage in this version than you do in the NES version from it. And also, those electric current things are far more slower than they are in the NES version. As we continue along to the right, and up and go up, and then go up to the next bomb. I mean, if you follow this path that I take, you should be able to disarm all the bombs without any problems. Pardon me. And I show April saying there are 3 bombs left, hurry up. And to me, April in this game kind of reminds me of the Megan Fox April from the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles movie. For some unknown reason, I'm just an idiot sometimes. But now I show off there are now 1 bombs left, which is a pretty silly, funny, grammatical error there. While in the NES version, April says, "There's a bomb still left, go and find it, you have my support," as she always would say. And then we disarm the final bomb, and it says "okay" as we head on to the lair. As we knock on the door into the side of it, get inside the turtle's there, and it's been ransacked, and someone's been kidnapped. And here's something really funny about this cutscene here. It seems like to me that Donatello and the Ninja Turtles have invented the first 3D television, because you see Shredder's hand that's moving back and forth stick outside the TV a little bit. Another difference here is that instead of going to see the status and see what April and have April say, "Let's go and help Splinter," we start off in the right side in front of the building, where we get the anti-foot clam super missiles for the turtle van. And as we continue along over here to the left, yeah, this is a very yeah. I mean, this level is a pretty big level. It's liable to confuse anybody who doesn't know what they're doing. Back when I grew up playing the NES version of this game, I'd stop at this level because all my turtles would be near death because of this previous stage, which being the dam level. But Then I get back into the building to get another set of missiles because I want to show off where the location of excuse me, of the sub-weapons, because you can get sub-weapons in this game. Yeah, but the sub-weapon drops are very rare. I don't know what the algorithm is for this version in order to get a weapon drop. There are a total of 4 different sub-weapons. 3 being that you get them from the enemies by killing them, and 1 you have to find. So out of the 3 that can drop, only 1 is findable, which means which would be the boomerangs, which we'll see a little bit later on in the game. But for right now, the ninja stars are the rarest to find, because they don't drop. When I watched ancient DOS games hosted by Gemini, he said in his review of Ninja Turtles that he got 1 weapon to drop in a lot of years he's been playing the game. And I said, like, wow, that's a long time. That's maybe 15 years, maybe. I'll look it up and I'll post it in the description or make a annotation of it. So I go into this 2-sided building where excuse me, where you can use a rope to get across from one side of the building to the other. But I realize that this is not the correct building for where to find the sub-weapon, because it's been a while since I played this and actually showed off the sub-weapons during my gameplay of it. And the enemies are just really weird looking in this game. They're scaled weird. They're a lot bigger than they are in the NES version, which is pretty weird. And also, this gives me a chance to show off the different buildings and stuff that are in the game, where you probably explore when you first play this level. Because I know this level is easy to get lost in, because it's so massive and stuff, and it's hard to know which is the correct path to go and stuff like that. This is where I realized I was going the wrong way. Then I go back into the turtle van and retrace my steps back to where I was before. Then the next section I'll be showing off is where I try to destroy that barricade from there, and obviously you can't destroy it from there. The next part I'll be showing off here is the part in the North American version of the game where I'd use the walkthrough buildings cheat. Because if you see up there, that's up north of those 2 buildings, that's where the final building is, where the boss is for this stage. And you'll find out why I had to use the walkthrough buildings cheat. And then later on, a little bit later. And here's the inside the building where you get the scroll weapon. This is the weapon that does not drop from normal enemies. And there it is. There's the scroll weapon. Why they put it in this in a different location than they do in the NES version is unknown. Excuse me. And then, in order to switch between your weapon and the sub-weapon, is you use the tab key. Yeah, you use the tab key. Pretty weird controls, if you ask me. But this is a computer game. This is before controllers were invented. I mean, there were joysticks, but not gamepads at this point. Maybe Gravis had the Gravis gamepad at this point, but no, they didn't. They didn't have the Gravis gamepad until later. As we continue up to get more scrolls, I ended up getting 99 scrolls because I wanted to really show off the weapon. Let's see what it can do. Show what it can do against bosses and enemies and all that stuff. And how powerful it is. Because the scroll weapon is massively overpowered as a sub-weapon. I mean, it makes life in this game a whole heck of a lot easier. Because it just goes in a straight line and it just kills everything in its path. As we continue on inside the building, we'll get the last set of scrolls. Okay. Do the super jump again. And that super jump is required in this game because of the way the platforms are and stuff. As we continue on to where the boss is and stuff, and oh, good grief, this is where I'm dreading this next part, because this next part is pretty damn difficult, because the jumping mechanics in this game are god awful. Because it's hard to control to do a light jump and control where you want to go. And I'll show that off multiple times trying to make this first jump. This first jump's ridiculous. I don't know how anybody was able to. There's this one YouTube video where a guy was showing off the impossible, the game-ending glitch, aka the impossible jump, which is going to be shown off in just a short here. And he makes the first that first jump pretty easily, because I don't see how he did it. It's just amazing that he was able to do it. Man, there's hardly any enemies in this part compared to the NES version. There's hardly any enemies down in this next part, the sewer. And you know why that first jump's hard is because of that stupid. I think they made the ledge too close. Look what I'm doing. See that crap? I'd stay with it, kids, because this is going to be a long one here, because I try to make this stupid jump, and I keep failing miserably at it, because that first jump is difficult. mean, look at this. Don't you find this ridiculous? I do. I mean, in the NES version, I have no problem making this jump. Because the jumping mechanics are very well, are a heck of a lot better than they are in this game. And look at this. And look at that stupid platform is what it's doing. Is what's doing it, causing me to have all these problems. I have to keep reloading and starting over and continue to save game. Yeah, nope. 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 Not this time. Nope, 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 nope. Oh my goodness gracious. I should have paused until where I made the stupid jump. But I want to show you off my failures too, as well as my successes. Because I do eventually make the jump. It's a matter of how many... Oh, I almost made it there. See how hard it is to maneuver the turtle? The turtle you have selected over? It's pretty difficult. See, he wouldn't jump at all there. I have to start over, load the game back up again. Because this game has a save game feature with only one save slot. And I am doing the high jump, I'm doing a small jump. Look at this. Oh my goodness gracious. Again, we try this again. Almost make it again. As we continue along. To let's jump again. I have the one with the high rolly jump. Ball jump. I kill that guy for some reason. I do the high jump again. The high jump again. And this is hard. There we go. I made the jump finally. And here's where the impossible jump would be if you were playing the North American version. But it's fixed in the European version. So I guess we get the broken games, and enough people complain about it, and the European version gets released a little bit later than the North American version, and they fix this stuff to an extent, but the game is still kind of broken, you know, because there's stuff missing, there's no enemies, it's too easy in some spots, that kind of thing. And I continue on over here, and I start using the sub-weapons here to show what it's all, so what the scroll looks like in this game. It looks kind of like a big boomerang, but it doesn't come back to you when you throw it. But either that or kind of like a big sonic boom or something. And then we get to the boss and fight the Flash Guard with a Mecha Turtle. Then we rescue Splinter. Then we get to go on to stage 4, which would be in the next video. So stay tuned to the next part. I hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, this is Fender178 signing off. Have a good one.